What's up, Tico? What's up, Tico? Are you happy, dog? Happy dog. How about them happy chickens? Oh, that's Dorothea. That's Bon Jovi's wife. Whoa, hey, little chicken action going on there. There's old Bon Jovi. I affectionately refer to him as Turd. No, you don't chase my chickens. What up, peeps? My name's Josh. Welcome back to Fugate Farms. As you can tell by the non-stop banging of the wind chimes, it is a wonderfully windy day here in Oklahoma. Ready? What are you doing, buddy? So as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, the living arrangements from a man Rowdy here, that's got to change. It's got to change. He's kind of worn it down to mud and most of this, so I'm actually not going to completely move him. We're expanding. He's getting an expansion in people houses. We call that an add-on. That's the end post. I've told you guys before, this is all temporary that I'm utilizing until we get the perimeter fencing around our 4 acres, and then he'll go to a more permanent goat area. Plus I'm going to run the goats through these pasture. It's a lot of weeds out there, so I'm sorry if that wind's bad. That's why I'm trying to talk loud. But so what I'm doing is I'm actually going to take this wall of this temporary pen and just swing it out. And I've got another panel here. I'm going to tie it into that fence post right there. I've got to figure out some way to get that chain link that's been trashed, stand it back up, and then I'm going to wire it across that opening so that he can't get out. And then he's going to have all of this plus everything else that he's had will stay there. So that's the plan for today. It's so windy that probably a good portion of this is going to be like I'm gonna have to put music over it, but wanted to bring you guys along anyway. If you saw some of my other videos like over the last week or so, or anybody else from Oklahoma, it's been like in the 70s. That's all changed. Wind chill this morning is 35. It's like 42 right now, and we have gotten rain. Here, look. I mean, right there on the top of my food buckets, and well, it's down on the bottom of there. It's just muddy. We got rain. I don't know how much because I broke my rain gauge, but we got rain, and we got a decent amount. So anyway, I'm gonna get started. It's like 7:05. It's pretty early for a Saturday, but I have to leave here at like 9 o'clock, so I got to get this knocked out quick. We've got a we have a Christmas choir practice at the church, and I have to be there by 11. We've got Kate. Yesterday was Caden's birthday. My youngest, my 12-year-old, is now 13-year-old. I no longer have children. I have teenagers. All of my boys are now teenager, and I'm not really thrilled about that. Actually, my oldest is 20, but whatever. I'm not thrilled about that either. Shut up! Quit making fun of me. I'm old. Okay. So yeah, he's got a friend over because it was his birthday party last night. We went and watched the new Spider-Man movie, which was pretty cool. So we got to take him home, and then we got to get to the church by 11 o'clock. So I got to get to work. I got to shut up and quit talking. So yeah, here we go. posts here. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that area that I walked in and out of that building has had a stack of logs in front of it to where you couldn't walk through there. We had like an entrance and exit area, so I don't normally walk through that area. And I walked through there, and I am so thankful that I had my head turned like this, was kind of looking out towards the yard, and I caught that chunk of steel that's hanging down out of the old roof there at the side of the head and not right in my eyeball. So, man, nice easy morning building a little bit of fence could have turned into a nasty ordeal. So, let me explain a little bit of what's going on. I know that some of you are probably going, what in the world kind of thrown together bunch of junk is this? Well, you're absolutely right. Here's what I'm doing. I'm not spending a bunch of money on this fence. In fact, let me correct that. I've spent less than $10 because I bought T-post clips and a bale of wire that you see me tying all this stuff up with. All of these panels, like everything that is around Rowdy's pen, all of those T-posts, everything have come from various parts of falling down fence on this property when we bought this place. This place, the fencing on this place hasn't been taken care of in years, and that's not a shot at anybody that owned it before. It's just they didn't use it for that. The guy that owned the land around us, we bought some of it, but the rest of it, his family's owned it for close to 100 years. They've ran cattle and they don't work them through the chutes and everything anymore. So a lot of that stuff's just falling down well, anyway, I'm trying to be as resourceful as I can. So I picked up a bunch of it and haven't bought any T-posts. In fact, I gave about 30 T-posts to a friend of mine that needed to build a fence around his house because he didn't have the money to put up a dog run, and his dogs were getting to the neighbor, and he wanted to do the right thing by keeping his dogs held up. So he put up a whole fence around his place and didn't buy a single T-post on it too. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna start driving some T-posts in, and we're gonna start putting this fence together. The other thing I've really got left to do is take this piece out, swing it this way. I'm gonna measure it real quick and make sure that my measurements aren't off, and then I have to figure out a way to change my whole operation. I've got two panels tied together there. I just don't want to have to undo them if I don't have to. Kind of a pain in the neck. So anyway, I'm gonna measure that up real quick and try to get these together. I don't know if you can see it on the time lapse, but you can definitely see it now. He has just gone 2 inches past the fence line eating fresh green grass. I don't know if it's fresh or green at this time of year, but it's certainly not. Oh, there he goes. He's on the move. He's chewed that down really good. And you know what? I'm just gonna tie in these posts and then I'm done. And I'm gonna wrap this up like this. For everybody that wants to say this is not a big enough pin and yada yada yada, because I've already heard it. This goat's here to do a job first and foremost, and that is clear this fence line that has not been cleared in probably 50 years. It's covered with poison ivy, and I'm highly allergic to it. My wife's highly allergic to it. My kids are highly allergic to it. The goat thinks it's freaking M&Ms, okay? So he's come in here and ate down all the underbrush, and then this winter all of that right there was so thick that you couldn't even get up to the fence. Now all it is sticks. I can go in there and cut all that out, and we're gonna remove all this fencing. So he's got a lot of room. That's why I'm giving him a lot more. There are animals in much smaller pens doing much worse. This sucker gets attention and food every day. So don't know why I felt like I needed to go ahead and say that real quick, but I did. So there you go. If this is your first time here at the great Fugate Windy Farms, go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment. It helps out. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers yet, but that seems to be growing fairly regularly. I'm excited about that. And so we just want to invite you guys to come along as we turn this into what we want to call Fugate Farms. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along, and check you later. And that, my friends, is a happy goat. Check you later.